Hello folks, and welcome to James Morris World Traveler. Now, in this video review, I want to talk about not one, but the last two places that I'm going to talk about in this video while I finished off my time in Italy. My final two places that I'm going to review. The first one is A&O Hostel, and the second one being a restaurant by the name of Pasta and Pizza. Now let's get into it. So the first one is A&O Hostel in Venice. So I stayed here on June 8th, 2024 for 2 nights before I left to go home in Italy. Before I left Italy to go home. Now I had a hard time at first trying to find this place. Only because I went the wrong way and ended up on the bridge above the part where the hostel was actually. So there you go, like where I was walking, I ended up going to the left, and then there's a bridge just around the corner, and then went up on the bridge. So unfortunately, I went the wrong way, realizing I came back, and then went down some stairs, and then there it was around the corner, like a couple minutes away. So I checked in, and they gave me my card to my room. They mentioned something about not having a breakfast ticket or purchased breakfast, which I had no way to purchase anything. So why they would say that, I don't know. And the way the hostel was, it didn't seem like they could have provided a decent breakfast, that I could tell. So I don't think there was breakfast. If there was, I didn't see nothing or anything that would indicate that they could prepare a decent breakfast. But I will get into some more stuff about that. Not so much breakfast, but about the bar. Now, the room I was in was a 6-bed dorm room, which was okay. The thing I really didn't like was that the front facade of the side of the bed facing out from the wall had this big plastic cover, and there's steps on it in that plastic and carved in this thing. It did have like pictures on it of Venice or whatever, but it was a very hard ladder. Most ladders I've ever done up to the next, like the bunk up, usually it was metal or something close to that. But this one was really hard on my feet. I really didn't like it that way. It really hurt. So I had to wear my shoes most times, especially at night when I would walk to the bathroom. But even just getting up and down with this friggin' thing was just a pain in the butt, I found. Now, and I also felt, one other thing, I felt like it was going to rip off every time I come up and down because it was just what felt like a cheap plastic. Thankfully, nothing happened or anything of that nature. Now, the bathroom was okay, a decent bathroom with a shower. I noticed a lot of hostels and stuff especially in Italy, have bidets. Now, I don't use a bidet, but I noticed they did have a bidet in this bathroom as well as many other ones I've been to in Italy itself. But this one had a bidet as well as just a normal toilet and a shower. Shower was good, actually, honestly. The plug situation in the room, there was some on the lower bunk, but nothing on the top, which made no sense why there wasn't one on the top. Friggin' weird. So I ended up, and there was one also by the door, which is like a foot from the door at the bottom by the lower floor part of the door, on the left before you go out the door. And so I had to go downstairs to the lobby by the bar to where there's seating there, where around every corner there was places to plug your stuff in, basically, right? So that's what I did to plug my electronics in and such. So let's get down to the lobby area. Now, it's a big, big, big building, man. Oh my goodness, I could not believe it. So when you come down, the elevators are on the, when you come into the property, the reception is literally in the center of the building. So straight in from the entranceway is the reception where you check in, obviously. And to the left is seating and other areas around there. There's some vending machines on the far end, as well as the elevators when you go to the left, on the right side, closer to the far end. To the right, there is the bar, seating areas, and that's where you plug in your stuff as well. Or as I was saying, you plug your electronics in. Is where I sat a lot of times, and then some bunch more area, the seating area, and whatever else. Like, I didn't really look thoroughly through it, but it was all right there, that part. Now, the bar itself was just on the left side, next to the reception, but there was a little bit of a space between them, and like these walls and things like that they had there blocking off, so it was separated. Now, so when I was looking at this thing, I'm like, this guy, I ordered a lasagna because it was like a really small menu, like maybe 10 items or so, and a few drinks as well, like coffee and different things, pop. And they had a little counter beside there with pops and stuff in there. I think there was alcohol as well, I believe. I can't remember though. I think there was, but anyway. So I ordered a lasagna. It cost like 7 or 8 euros for this friggin' small little lasagna. So I see the guy pulls it out of this in a freezer, unwraps it, puts it in the microwave for like 15 minutes or something. Like, he just let it cook. He poked holes in the plastic and let it cook forever. Okay, so then eventually he brought it to me. It did taste fair. Most of the food was cooked, but there was one little spot in the center, which I can't fully blame them, because when you're cooking frozen dinners, the quality is terrible. Well, fair to terrible, somewhere in there. It didn't cook properly 100%. So there was just a slight coolness in the middle. So it wasn't the best food. In the evening, I noticed they didn't seem to clear any of the dishes too much, or clean that bar area specifically. There was a lot of different food items and other containers as well, like coffee cups and such. Wasn't terribly messy, but it was enough to say they definitely were in the rush to pick up the garbage or the drink cups or anything like that. So crazy. The hostel here is actually only 5 to 7 minute walks to the bus terminal, where you could take the bus around the city or to the airport or whatever, right? And then there's a building just further down where you can eat food and such, right? So, nothing in the area to buy souvenirs. So you're SOL on that if you wanted to look for souvenirs, unfortunately. So again, you're SOL. So if I would stay here again, yes, I would stay here again. I would definitely stay here again. It was not a bad hostel overall, despite the minor issues with not the most clean place. They did have cleaning, by the way, early in the mornings. It was very, very steady cleaning there in the mornings. But in the evenings, yeah, they could probably improve that by adding some cleaning in the evening, just a little bit or whatever. Anyway, that said, overall, not a bad place. I would stay here again. And I would recommend people coming here. So at the end of the day, thank you very much for that one. So on to the next one, and the very final one that I'm going to review, called Pasta and Pizza. Now, I came here on June 9th, 2024. I had seen this place actually on June 8th when I arrived in this part of Venice. When I came to the hostel, I happened to come across it first before I even got to the hostel. And I thought maybe I'll take a look at having a meal here or something like that before I left Venice. And so on the June 9th, I came here. I happened to be looking at their menu outside, which is one just outside the doorway to go into the restaurant. The owner happens to be there, and the owner of this nice restaurant, like I said, he suggested his homemade lasagna, which I had ordered, as well as a Coke, which it came in a glass bottle, and I put it in a cup. In fact, I don't even think I even use the cup. I think I just drink it right out of the bottle. Anyway, it would come in a glass bottle. So I'm getting close to finishing this off, so I'll just finish off the last couple things, and I'm good. Now, this owner, I asked him if he could make me a pizza so I could bring back to the hostel. He did start it about halfway through my lasagna. I said, hey, if you don't mind, you can make that pizza now, and I will get it to go, which is perfect. And I ate it like a couple hours later, if that, while I was still charging my stuff on that couch. I ended up eating the pizza, and it was actually pretty delicious. I don't remember the actual name of the pizza that he had made, but it was definitely good. Now, this place was a really good place for a quick meal, and I would definitely recommend this place if in the area. The homemade lasagna was actually a nice portion, much bigger than the one I had at the hostel, much larger comparatively, and very hot, so it was fresh and freshly made. And again, like I said, the pizza was very, very good. I would definitely recommend coming here to support the local economy if you're in this area and looking for a decent meal. Awesome. So that said, I will leave it at that. And thank you very much for listening to this video. I hope you like this video. This is my last video, so I'm happy to say that I am now done the rest of my videos. I know this is the last video and you'll see it at the very end, but such is life, right? So thank you very much again, everybody, and hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the future next video. Ciao for now.